Hello everyone, this is Face Maintenance College. I'm Anthony. Today we will have course Lesson 10, iPhone X PC Connection Principle. When iPhone connect to the Lightning cable, the workflow of a sensory detection below. 1. Check if the cable is connected. 2. Check all sides of cable connector. 3. Check the type of insert. 4. Connect to PC. Exchange data. 5. Connect to the charger. USB control lines activate the charging IC. This is bottom connector. The lines connected to the other side. This is USB control IC. This is CPU. The lines are integrated in the up layer PCB. iPhone X PC connection principle. Pin 20 of J6400 is texting pin of insert cable. In the standby mode, pin 20 has 1.8 voltage power. But connected with the cable, pin 20 turns to GND. The voltage turns from 1.8 to 0. When U6300 USB control lines detects there is no 1.8 voltage power in pin 20 of J6400, it will default that the cable has connected to the phone. There are two ways to make the phone on. One is pressing the power button, one is connect the cable. When the phone is off, the principle of phone on by connecting to the cable is make pin 20 of J6400 GND. When the cable connect to the phone, pin 16 and pin 34 of J6400 will detect each side of the cable connector. If each line of ACC1 and ACC2 is broken, that will cause the broken side not working. If two lines are broken, the phone cannot detect the cable. ACC1 sends detecting signal to U5900 voltage comparator. Due to iPhone X support PD charge, 5 voltage, 9 voltage, or 12 voltage charger are available. USB control lines compare the voltage of charger and decide to activate PD fast charging or not. Pin 4, Pin 6, Pin 10, and Pin 12 of J6400 are USB data lines, and they connected to USB control IC. Calculated from up to down. The 10th pin is about bottom connector. Generally, it has 1.8 voltage power. When we connect the cable to the phone, the power of this pin changes from 1.8 voltage to 0 voltage. And when USB control IC detects the changing voltage of this pin, it will default the phone is connected. Calculated from up to down again. The 8th pin is a sensory detecting pin ACC1, and the down 5th is a sensory detecting pin ACC2. ACC1 and ACC2 are the sensory detecting pin of both sides of the cable connector. Pin 2, Pin 3, Pin 5, and Pin 6 of bottom connector are the lines in Group 1 and Group 2. CPU exchange data with cable by USB control lines. So if we need to connect the phone to PC, USB control lines must working. There are two conditions for USB control lines working: power and signal. 1. Power. H5 is 3.0 voltage power of PMU. H4 is 1.8 voltage power of PMU. A6 is 3.3 voltage power of PMU. G6 is 5 voltage power through charging IC from the cable. 2. Signal. D3 and D4 are testing signal of BB CPU. C2 and D2 are audio signal of audio processor. F6 is activating signal from USB control lines to PMU. F3 is identification signal of charger. Main function is detect the electric current of charger is 1 ampere or 2 ampere. R6300 is identification resistor. If this line is broken, it will cause charging error. If short jump this resistor, that will cause 1 ampere charging only. 2 ampere charging is unavailable. G5 and G4 are I2C1 lines of CPU. B3 and B4 are USB data lines. D1, C1, F2 and E2 are UART lines between CPU and USB control lines. E1 and F1 are texting signal from bottom connector to CPU. G1 is connecting signal from USB to CPU. F7 is interrupt signal from CPU control lines to CPU. H2 is mandatory DFU signal of CPU. E4 is status ready signal from PMU to USB control lines. B2 is starting signal from USB to PD fast charging. iPhone X PC connection ever repair idea. 1. Change another PC to text. 2. Replace another USB cable. 3. Replace bottom connector and text. 4. Check resistance of all lines of bottom connector. See any lines is short or broken. 5. Check power of USB control IC OK or not. 6. Replace USB IC. 7. Take out USB control IC and check resistance of the pad. See any lines is short or broken. 8. Check 1.8 voltage power of I2C lines OK or not. 9. If CPU is ever, stop repair. Now, let's check iPhone X repair cases reference. Case 1. iPhone X, the data cable can be charged on one side and not on the other. Failure phenomenon. The iPhone X fails to charge with the data cable. One side can be charged, another side it cannot be charged. Failure analyze. To troubleshoot external distribution problems, the detection circuit of the data cable is generally faulty. Solution. According to the iPhone X 1.0 version, page 13 of iPhone X textbook, measure the resistance of the USB detection circuit of the J6400 tailpipe connector to see if there is any abnormality in the circuit. When pin 6 of J6400 is detected, it is found that the resistance value is this line is OL, which should normally be 376, indicating that the line is disconnected. According to the schematic, pin 6 of J6400, the associated circuit is PPHYDRA ACC1 CONN, which is a USB front and back detection circuit. This circuit is sent by U6300 USB control IC to the J6400 connector through the protective inductor FL6411. It is detected that the inductor FL6411 is damaged. This inductor is a protective inductor. The damage can be directly short jumper. Short jumper the inductor FL6411 and remeasure the resistance of pin 16 of J6400. The multimeter displays 361, indicating that the circuit is back to normal. Install it and test it. Perfect file repair. Case 2. iPhone X restore with Apple logo can connect to computer. Failure phenomenon. The iPhone X malfunction was the phone restart with Apple logo and cannot connect to computer. Failure analyze. When the phone restart with Apple logo, We generally try to connect the computer for flashing. If the computer cannot be connected normally, we first repair the connection circuit. Solution: take out the motherboard and the upper motherboard power sub to trigger the boot text. It is found that the restart with Apple logo and cannot connect to the computer. It is determined that the U6300 USB control IC is faulty. Replace a new U6300 USB control IC and power supply to trigger the startup text. The fault is perfectly solved. Hello everyone. Today I would like to share the case about iPhone X charging error. When we connect the cable to the phone, we can see there's no response. We try to change another side of the cable connector to connect the phone. It's still not working. Okay, now let's separate the phone and check what's wrong with the charging. Then we need to fix it. We take out the PCB and check under the microscope. This is the bottom connector. And we can see there is a mini component was disappeared. So we need to check resistance first. When we check pin 16 again and again. We found that the resistance of this pin shows OL. Then we check the diagram. Pin 16 is one of cable connecting pin. Now we see the line is OL. And then we check PCB. This component is capacitor of the line. We check diagram again. This is the loss capacitor FL6411. And if it is broken, that will cause charging error. Okay, now we try to short jump it. First, we need to clean the groove of the pad, then make a short jump. After that, check resistance of pin 16 again. We can see resistance of pin 16 is okay. And then install the phone and text. Turn on the phone and insert the cable. We can see the charging error is solved. And we change the other side to text. It is okay too. Okay, that's it. If you want to know more cases, let's see next time. Okay, this is the course today. More repair cases, please check on our book, iPhone Maintenance Point and Inspire. I am Anthony. Let's meet next time. Bye.